Welcome back to Switches, Tips, and Knobs, where I flip them, twist them, and poke them for my pleasure. Greetings, excellent ones. I have brought back the RG421s for Seafoam Matte. Sorry about that. When I got the first one that I got, it had all kinds of problems. I'm pretty sure I listed all of those. Even with all of those problems, most of them were cosmetic. It was still a really good playing guitar. The issue that I had was when I went to change the strings and adjust the truss rod, it was stuck, and I had to send it back. And this is the replacement that they sent me, and it is amazing, for lack of a better word. I don't remember if I changed the strings on this when I got it, or if I just kept the strings that came on it, because it came with the Darios, and they're supposed to be 9 to 46, I believe, or 10 to 46. That's what's listed on the website, is D'Addario 10 to 46. It's been almost... Has it been almost a year? It's been almost a year. It's been like 10 months since I got this. And I don't think... even if I did change the strings on it when I first got it, and do a setup and all that good stuff, it's been that long since it's had strings. And I can't tell if the tinniness, or it sounds thin when I play it now, and I don't know if that's old strings or if I've just got heavier stuff recently and now this one doesn't sonically compare. Going from playing some of the guitars that I have that have heavier strings on them, like the Phoenix, or actually I think the Phoenix is the only one that has actual heavier strings. They're 10 to 52s. Everything else I've got is Ernie Ball, Hybrid Slinky. Hybrid Slinky? They're 9 to 46. To me, that feels good with anything from drop C sharp up to standard. Anyways, this one recently, I swapped the bridge pickup in it. It now has a Duncan designed HB 103, which wasn't by choice. I just had it laying around, and the factory Quantum pickup was nothing wrong with that pickup. It's just as my other stuff gets more heavy and aggressive, this one kind of becomes a back burner guitar, and I don't really want to do that because I really enjoy playing this. So I put that pickup in here, and it made an improvement. The factory Quantum pickup, I think, ohmed out at like 8,000, 8,500, and this Duncan designed HB 103, someone told me that it's like the import version of a JB, and jury's still out on that. As far as sound goes, it ohmed out at 16.2K, which is JB territory. I don't know. There's a lot more that goes into it. I know that, but I was hopeful, and for the small improvements that it gave, it was worth it. But today, we're going to put some new strings on it, some heavier strings, and see if that gives me the improvement that I'm looking for. I'm also going to, it doesn't really need to be cleaned, but I'm going to oil this fretboard and see if that gives it a darker hue. just looking in the monitor there, it already looks darker than what it does in person. In person, it looks kind of on the pale side and really dry, which, as a matter of fact, I think I did change these strings because I was like, oh my god, I didn't oil the fretboard. Whatever. But the real reason that I'm doing this video is because I finally decided to try some StringJoy strings. I get asked every time I go to the music store, and every time I get on my phone, there's an advertisement for StringJoy strings. And more of, I can't really say that's not really true. Recently, I don't know if some of you have seen it, Mark Morton has been endorsed by StringJoy, and he's one of my favorite guitarists, so I thought it's time to check him out. So I got the nickel wound balanced medium 11 to 50. It's not quite a 10 to 52. It's in there though. But I was actually going to try the Mark Morton signature set, which is a 10.5 to 50, but those are not available yet, I guess. So this was the next closest set. So this is what we're going to try. And the specs for what this guitar came with was a 10 to 46. And when I put my caliper on these strings, they measure 9 to 44. So I don't know if I put the wrong set on these, if I got a wrong set, or what happened. But that could be why everything else sounds heavier to me. Because everything else is, you know, a heavier string on the lower end. So we're going to put those on there and see if we can get in the territory of one of the other guitars, the JB, and the heavier strings. And I may just skip to doing that. We're going to do a little sound and record a little bit of the sound with these strings, you know, and do like a before and after. Just to see if there's a difference of 9-month-old D'Addario's. And if I changed these, they would have been NYXLs and StringJoys. Let's see if, you know, and I mean, I guess it's not really a fair comparison because we are changing the size of the strings. Oh well. But let's do a little riffage and see what comes out of it. See what kind of a bass line we get. Okay, find a clean tone. And I wonder if when you when you flip to the position where you have both pickups going at the same time, I wonder if there's a huge difference in the tonality, changing just the bridge pickup and having something that's 16,000 ohms and something that's around 8,000, and if it alters. I really should have done it before and after that too. Oh well. That's not quite clean, but you ever be playing and all of a sudden you just forget how to play? Okay. Now that we've done that, I'm going to change the strings and do setup and not bore you with all that, because I'm probably going to get lost in another YouTube video while I do it, and it could be 2-3 hours from now before I finish this, because I'm going to get distracted and I'm going to go do other things in between. It's just a fact of life for me. But be back. This is the first set of strings that I've ever got that's wrapped up like condoms. You stay out of it. I'm thinking maybe they did that to reduce contamination borne corrosion, but that one's, I don't know if you can see it, that one's got a hole in it, and that's gonna be our low E. So we'll be back. Welcome back, excellent ones. I can't really tell. I mean, to me, it is immediately beefier, heavier. And I did oil the fretboard. I don't know if you can notice, but it is tremendously darker now. But I didn't wipe any of the excess off. I just left it on there, so it's all kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, let's do a little riffage and see if it got better. I like it. It has definitely satisfied that thinness. Okay, real quick, because the battery's dying. I could not tell you if StringJoy strings are that much better, or, believe what the hype is or whatnot. Because it could just be that same thing that you always get when you put a new set of strings on. But going with the 11 to 50s definitely brought back that beefiness that I was missing from this guitar. Like I said, it could totally just have been having, just comparing the others to this one, which caused all that. But I'm happy with it. If you thought it was cool, say so. If you think I'm full of crap, say so. If you want to subscribe, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I appreciate you watching. Be kind to each other.